We're live.
It's Beth and Stephanie back with our 5th episode.
Is it really?
It's the 5th.
Number 5.
Number
All right.
5. And today we are going to be talking about Banned Books Week.
Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on in the library. I thought we'd talk about that first. But those of you, welcome back to our viewers who have, I don't know, who are tuning in for a second or third or fourth or fifth time.
Our growing fandom.
Our growing fan base. Welcome back. So today, I think Stephanie mentioned in a promo, we have promos for this, a promo that we are giving away a Starbucks gift card, which we are. We're giving away a $5 Starbucks gift card to a person who asks us a legit question or comment.
Yes.
So yeah, we would love to give it away to you. Everyone loves coffee, right? This is a good one.
Yeah, it's a good prize.
The librarians love coffee.
Can I get it if I ask a
question?
No. Oh, okay.
No, you can't have it.
Is that it?
It's like when you work for the radio station.
Is that in the
they're always
fine print?
they're always like, no one who works for the radio station can have it.
Okay, so should we start with talking about what we have going on?
Yeah, let's talk about what's going on in the library and how it may look a little bit strange or different or exciting.
Exciting, I hope.
Yeah, but not your normal, typical thing you see when you walk into a library.
No, when you walk in on the first floor, you might notice that our mannequin, whose name is Agnes, but also Libby.
Libby, she's a dual personality.
Well, actually, we decided her name is Agnes Liberty Marx.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That's clever. Okay.
So that's her full name. But you might notice that she is wearing an orange jumpsuit from
prison garb.
Metro Jail.
Like a real one.
It's real. It's legit. Maybe we spend too much time together. The reason that she is wearing an orange jumpsuit is because we have the theme of bail out the book, or it's a prison theme where we're talking about, it's weird, but it makes sense, where we're talking about the importance of not putting books behind bars figuratively. That is, the importance of not banning books.
Wait, we should probably recap and say that this week is
Banned Books Week.
National Banned Books Week, right?
Yes, so there's a good chance if you go into your public library, you're going to see banned books display as well.
Yeah, and by banned books, we mean books that have been put either historically or now on censorship lists.
Yes.
So they've been banned from public schools. They've been tried to be banned from public libraries or academic libraries. And so they're books that kind of have a
they're typically
troubled censorship history. We'll say that. Yeah.
And a book can be banned. When we say ban, it doesn't mean necessarily that it's been pulled off the shelf.
Which we hope it hasn't.
In most cases, it has not. And we'll talk about that in just a minute.
Hold on.
But when we say a banned book, we're referring to books that have, so in some cases, have been pulled off the shelves, but more frequently books that have been challenged by parents or other patrons, school districts, sometimes just very nosy individuals who decide that
haters,
who decide that for some reason they don't really like a particular book. Maybe they find the content offensive.
Yeah, content is also often the big issue, right? Yeah. So kind of some books. Kind of running list just off the top of your head. Huck Finn.
Yes.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's a big one. Twilight.
Oh,
yeah.
We could ban that. That'd be all right.
Yes.
I'm kidding.
One of my favorite, Slaughterhouse 5, is a frequently challenged.
Yeah,
banned books.
God, there's all kinds of banned books,
and
right?
a lot of children's books are banned.
Captain Underpants.
Yes, Captain Underpants was challenged.
Penguin one. What was the penguin title?
And Tango Makes 3.
Tango Makes 3.
The Lorax. Dr. Seuss's The Lorax.
The Giver.
Has been challenged. Yes, The Giver.
Oh, so it was just a ton.
A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah, so a lot of things that you probably don't even necessarily think could be challenged because they're classics of literature. They often, Huck Finn is the one that always seems so obvious to me. You're gonna really, it's a classic, but it does get challenged, and it's challenged because of the content, right? But we are here at the library during Banned Books Week. We're trying to draw attention to, and shift focus to this idea of censorship,
right?
And we should say right now, we're not a fan of censorship.
No, censorship is a terrible idea. And that's what Banned Books Week is about. It's not a celebration of banning books.
No, we don't.
No,
it's the opposite.
It's the opposite. It's a celebration of our right to read.
Whatever
And the right for you to read whatever you want.
Yeah.
So no matter what, even if an idea is very unpopular,
Controversial?
if it's unorthodox, if it's strange, if it's radical, it doesn't matter.
It's yours to read, to do, to whatever.
Right. And so we believe that people should have free access to this information.
Yeah, and that's kind of a librarian. I mean, that's kind of a model for our profession as a whole, right? So we as librarians firmly believe in the freedom of information and the freedom to read whatever you want. And so we've got all kind of stuff going on downstairs. There is this fun, Libby's dressed up like a prison inmate, actually.
Yeah.
She's like straight up in prison.
So yeah, to go back to our activities, we're kind of poking fun at this idea that you're a real rebel if you read banned books. And so we're encouraging,
which I mean, in some places
would
you get arrested for that.
actually get you thrown in jail. And so when we are talking about Banned Books Week, we're celebrating our First Amendment right to read whatever we want. And so we're encouraging students to come.
That's my First Amendment face.
And I'll remember that.
Yeah. First Amendment.
So we're encouraging students to come and get their own mugshot with their favorite banned book, so that they can also show that they are fighting for their right.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I'm having a really hard time deciding which one is my favorite to take the photo with. Like, I'm struggling.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I don't think I can help you.
I'm just saying it's fun. I'm struggling. I want to make sure I commit to the right one. So, because I'm a rebel and I read lots of banned books, apparently.
If you're having trouble deciding, Beth, we do have a significant number of our banned books on display on the bookshelf in the pit.
Maybe you can just pick them by cover. Like, you're like, oh, that's a good cover.
Yeah, just pick a pretty one.
Yeah, it's a good cover.
Okay, one of our listeners suggests Huck Finn.
Yeah, no, we were talking about, so actually, we already have a picture of a person who's taken a picture with Huck Finn, which is great. But we take one too.
It was an easy pick for me because Kurt Vonnegut's one of my favorite authors. So
it was easy for you.
It was easy for me.
Well, my problem is James Joyce Ulysses doesn't have a nice cover downstairs, so I feel like I need to bring in my own cover.
You could hold all 3 volumes like this.
Ooh,
and take your picture that way.
Take it like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we got a plan.
So we've got the take your own mugshot, which is very cool, and the idea is for you to kind of tag us in it, right? On our social media.
Share it on social media. We have several hashtags that we're using. Hashtag Banned Books Week is the big one.
It's the big national hashtag
that everyone is using, and you can go look at that on Twitter or Instagram and see all the stuff that other libraries are doing.
Yeah, and we also have some cool like displays of banned books downstairs. So kind of To Kill a Mockingbird's down there. Which how can you ban To Kill a Mockingbird, right? Oh, and then so you also guys have some exciting stuff coming up on Thursday.
We do. On Thursday we have our mascots, Southpaw and
Miss Paula,
coming to celebrate Banned Books Week with us. So they're going to be coming at 12 noon on Thursday. That's your lunch break. So
show up.
Yeah, show up. Come see the mascots. Get your mugshot with the mascots. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So that's the kind of stuff we're doing for banned books. And so what else do we want to say about? We thought we'd kind of keep this a little bit about kind of the idea of banned books. And anybody have any questions about banned books and our approach as librarians? But I guess we should say a little bit about censorship as a whole, and kind of how it affects what we do a little bit. So when we talk about we're anti-censorship, we are completely anti-censorship, right? Which means that while Stephanie and I, as part of our jobs, we buy what goes on the shelf in the library, right? But we take it very, very seriously that all views, opinions are represented in the collection.
We take care to make sure that different viewpoints are represented, that the collection is balanced. That was especially important when I was ordering for political science.
Yeah, it's huge.
I wanted to make sure that I was representing a variety of political viewpoints, even if I don't personally
that's the big
agree with that viewpoint. And so it requires you to remain objective as you're building the collection. Yeah,
and that's one of the big tenets of our profession as librarians is to try to remain objective at all possible. So that kind of informs what we keep in the collection, but it also informs how we view the use of the collection. So sometimes it's frustrating, I think, for people, but we do not keep circulation histories at all.
Yes.
So once you turn back in a book, we no longer have a history of what you have and have not checked out. We have a record of it, of course, while you have it, right?
Right,
Because
we need to know
who has got it, right? But once you turn it back to us, we don't keep it because we never want to be asked by anybody to give a record of your browsing or circulation history to anybody.
And that's not just our library. I think almost
it's a big, that's kind of like a standard in the profession.
To protect your privacy when it comes to what you're reading about, because it's nobody's business what kind of information you are interested in reading.
Yeah. And so like we're talking about books, right? Because it's banned book week, books in particular, right? But this kind of concepts also translate into digital content too, right? So it kind of started with the idea of the book, print culture. But now librarians have kind of got on the bandwagon of anti-digital censorship as well, right? So like in our library, you'll never see filters on the internet. You just don't do that. Don't think it's okay. Some public libraries will put them on like the little kid rooms because it, kind of the idea of like
somebody walking by and seeing something,
right? But we don't do that here. What you look at is your business.
It's your business. Nobody else's.
Yeah.
And the computers don't keep any history either.
Yeah. And this is kind of a really cool topic right now because considering what's going on internationally with Facebook, right? So Facebook's kind of, so the idea of internet censorship is still an ongoing issue, even if you guys doesn't seem like censorship should be an issue in the 21st century. It is still.
It is. And it can be something as obvious as outright censorship, like you're not allowing certain people to view certain things. Or it could also be in the sense of like algorithms, what things are shown to you, what kind of information is hidden. And a lot of what we see on the internet is being curated.
Scary.
It is scary. Maybe that's a topic for another time.
It's a scary thought, right?
With some like freaky green lights behind.
Well, and lots of like drawings because that's really algorithms.
Well, we won't get into that right now.
There'd be no math, right?
But the important thing is, even though our culture in the United States is very strongly against censorship, it's still something that we have to consider and we have to be careful about.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where you can't just say like, okay, we're anti-censorship. Okay, bye, we let it go. It's a constant, we must be diligent about keeping intellectual freedom free.
I think last year I read an article in the Huffington Post where they said that we didn't need to celebrate Banned Books Week anymore because, quote, the good guys have won.
Yeah, no.
But not so much. Yeah. And every year books are challenged.
Oh my God, there's a really cool Google map too where you can go and see like all the locations.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really cool. So if you guys just Google like challenged books, you can see all the locations where books have been challenged, and like they'll tell you like a little snippet of like what was challenged and why and the date. I mean, it's like stuff like yesterday things have been challenged. And there is the banned book, so more things on the internet to check out. ALA has an entire page. ALA is the American Library Association.
Yes, so you can get there by ala.org.
Yeah, they have a whole page about banned books, right? So you can go check it out.
And they have the list of banned books broken up by year, so you can see even just last year, hundreds of books were challenged.
In 2016.
2016, yeah. Sometimes for very strange reasons, too.
Yeah, it's really weird reasons. I mean, we expect some things to be challenged, but other things are kind of crazy.
So I think maybe if we talk a little bit about how a book gets challenged, because I don't think we mentioned that.
Well, there's lots of different ways, right?
Yes. The thing that's important is it's not like a formal, like, national government banning books.
Right, yeah, like the Supreme Court doesn't weigh in on it.
Which, of course, would be a huge violation of our constitutional rights. But I think that's important because often that's what students think, is they think that
it's like illegal.
The book is illegal. Okay. But a challenged book is usually one that someone has complained about.
Yeah, so example.
That's it.
We'll take Huck Finn again, right? That's a safe one. So Huck Finn is often challenged by school districts, right? Or in school districts. So a parent will have an issue with content, which is language is always the thing for Huck Finn. And so they will petition the school board to no longer either have it on the reading list or have it in their library, right? Or in the whatever libraries that's it. And so the school board then has to decide what they're going to do about it. And of course, where the librarian would weigh in on the deal, keep it on the shelf.
Right, and that's where the role of librarians is extremely important.
Yeah.
Because they are actively against.
We're not gatekeepers.
No.
We are like we're providing access. Like, we want to keep it open to everybody, right? So yeah, we're on the front lines.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually ALA has like an entire task group dedicated to this.
Absolutely.
So it's actually very cool. Yeah. And then I think it happens in a lot of public libraries too, right? Like all
the time.
Yeah. We don't really, as academic librarians, we don't get challenged very much about things on our shelf. But that's because of the culture of the environment where we are, right?
Right.
So generally, academic institutions are places of ideas, and they should be, right? So lots of different ideas, and the idea of kind of like challenging an issue is accepted and encouraged rather than because we don't get challenged very much. We also don't have, I think the big thing is children.
Yes.
Right?
That has a lot to do with it.
We don't really have many under 18. If you're 17, that's cool. But you're just young. That's fine. But yeah, so that's how they get challenged. And then what happens to them? Some school boards or whatever decide to keep the book. Some ban it. Like literally will remove it from the reading list.
Some will remove it.
Yeah. So we're anti-removing books. And we're also anti-censorship, just in general. So that's a little bit about banned books. Do we want to say anything else?
I think that's a pretty good exploration of why we have banned books week and why it's a whole week and why it's kind of like a librarian's Christmas.
Easter, because it's in the fall.
Yeah.
Maybe National Library Week is like our, I don't know, spring celebration? I don't know.
Well, anyway, it's a very large holiday.
It's a big deal for us.
It is.
Right?
It's a big deal because it's one of the most important parts of our jobs. And it's something that is extremely important to, well, really to everyone, to all of our readers.
Yeah.
That they have access to not just the kinds of books that
I like or opinions that I agree with.
Right. Not just stuff that one person thinks is okay or that they're refused access because one person thought it was not okay.
Yeah. We're not into that. So we have an entire week to draw attention to the idea of censorship.
Yes. We have the right to read, the right to share whatever information we want.
And no, it's somebody's business what we read.
Right.
That's another thing.
Yeah. So join us at our library
in celebrating.
To celebrate that right to read.
Right. Not the celebration of banning books.
No, not at all.
It's a little confusing.
So make sure to explain, when you come to the library, explain to your friends that we are not banning books, but we're
encouraging you to read a banned book.
So if you've never read a banned book,
which you probably have, you just don't even know
realizing it. Come by and see our collection, or at least come see it because you'll be really surprised at the kinds of books that have been challenged.
Yeah, some really like fluffy,
weird stuff,
cuddly.
Yeah,
like some things you expect.
Winnie the
Pooh.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
he's a honey thief thing. Like he doesn't.
I'm offended by thievery, even of the honey kind.
I'm offended by cuddly bears. I don't like it. He should be a jam thief. Okay, so does anybody have any, we got a couple people watching today, which is actually really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
So does anybody have any questions at all about anything kind of banned book, censorship related, anything you'd like our kind of weigh in on, or anything library related?
Yeah, really anything at all. We know this is a bit different from
the other ones than normal. We thought we had to go a little philosophical today.
Yes.
We were, yeah.
I had a goatee to stroke.
A pipe. So if you guys have any questions, that'd be great. If not, we're right at the 20-minute mark, so I guess we'll kind of
wrap it up.
But thanks for watching, and I think next week, someone did challenge Winnie the Pooh.
She wants to know why.
Okay,
the reason that I read was that, and there might have been other reasons, the person felt that talking animals were unnatural and they were an affront to God.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's the quote on the ALA website.
Talking animals. Well, I guess Animal Farm's out for them then.
Animal Farm's been out for all kinds of reasons.
Yeah, that one's out for them. I mean.
And so because one person thought that talking animals were an affront to God, that's not a reason to pull the book and keep, dozens or hundreds of other children from reading
but
it.
The problem is whatever school board or whatever person that petitioned you now has to deal with that issue, right? You can't ignore it. You have to make a statement about it. So, of course, ALA would go like, no, please keep Winnie the Pooh on the shelf. That'd be great. For all the little kids out there who want to read about,
yes.
God, Christopher Robin, cuddly stuff. Okay. So, yeah, there's lots of books based on Yeah, lots of books based on talking animals. That lets out a whole range of like the entire idea of like fantasy for that person. It's like, that's out.
You can go downstairs and you will see, like I said, A Wrinkle in Time, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. All those have been challenged.
Yeah, the big fantasy ones. And what's the one with the polar bear?
My goodness.
Yeah. Clock? Something about a clock? Timekeeper?
No, that's not quite right. I can see
Somebody
it.
help us out. That one's been challenged.
It's yeah. Compass. The Golden Compass. Golden Compass.
It was some sort of
There was
timing mechanism or
quite
directional or something.
Yeah, people threw a fit about that when they made the movie too.
Yeah. So all kinds of Lord of the what did we say? We said Lord of the Flies, right?
Yeah.
We mentioned that one.
Yeah.
That was the challenge. So lots of challenge stuff. Come check it out. Come check out the cool display downstairs. Also come check out.
Oh, Harry Potter is a big one. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, magic. Check out the display. Get your mugshot taken with your favorite banned book. It's a little very cute. We've got like a legit like height chart and everything. It's very cute. You can check out some of the pictures from our staff and faculty from here in the library on the Facebook page, which are pretty funny. And again, when I decide, when I commit to what book I'm going to use, I'll take a picture.
We'll make sure you see Beth's. I'll give her own post.
Please. Again. My stardom must remain intact. I can't fall down to D-level status. I gotta stay up there, right? Gotta be AV. So check that out. Also follow us on social media. So if you're not already liked us on Facebook, go ahead and do it so you can see those cool posts. And follow us on our Instagram, which is marx.library. And are we tweeting?
We are tweeting.
We're tweeting.
We're tweeting too, which is our Twitter handle is USA_library.
Yeah. All right, guys. And so like post some questions for next week, because at this point we're trying to figure out what we want to talk about for next week. And we'll probably go back to something a little bit more like technical. But
oh, we got a question.
Oh wait, okay, so we got a question.
Yes, To Kill a Mockingbird is a banned book, and we do have it on display downstairs. So
it's in a bird cage.
Yeah, it's in a bird cage. Mm-hmm.
Clever. And so Maya Angelou's in there too, right?
Yes.
Why the Cage Bird Sings.
I know Why the Cage Bird Sings, yeah.
Yeah. So
Lauren, who asked that question, come get your picture taken To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, if it's your jam, come get it, right? All right, guys. So think about stuff you want to know about for next week, and we will be back at you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye,
and remember, read a banned book.
Oh yeah, read several.
Yeah, pick this week. Read several.
Read a short one.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.